want to tell a story that I read on Facebook, and I'm going to try to truncate this as much as I can. The author of this story was Jerry Snodgrass, and that name might be familiar to some of the viewers because he formerly ran the Ohio High School Athletic Association. And he talks about in this story how we want to believe that everybody involved in high school athletics have the interest in the kids in mind. We've talked about this with the NIL deals. Like, are they really most interested about the kid? He tells a story about the 2017 Ohio High School Baseball Championship. It was a game between Minster and Russia. This is small class baseball. These are small schools in Ohio. Very small. I believe
it's called Russia?
Russia High School.
What a terrible name.
It is,
especially right now.
It is. It's not a good look now. A lot of teams are embargoing. They're boycotting.
Right.
Yep.
But it is what it is. Minster and Russia. And Russia had a ball boy on the team.
Yeah.
And as the Ohio High School Athletic Association commissioner, he was responsible for handing out the trophy to the winning team. And he says, I noticed there was one young man that took it very, very hard. It was the team's ball boy. He was a young kid. He was crying. So Jerry, the commissioner, grabbed the game ball, and he went and he gave it to the kid. It wasn't the game ball. It was a game-used ball from that game. He said, I understand why you're upset. Russia has a great high school baseball tradition. They love baseball in this small town in Ohio. He said, keep this baseball, and when you come back to the state tournament as a player, use this ball to warm up and remember the pain of this loss. And it helped the young man in that spot. Well, as we sit here today, Russia has made it back to the state high school baseball championship. And this young kid that I talk about is now a player. And if we can, maybe we can zoom in on, maybe this camera here. I'll show you this picture. Jerry, when he posted this story, posted two pictures. And here's a picture of the Russia team in 2017 that lost the championship. And I'll zoom in on the little guy.
There he is.
Right there on the far right. There he is. Tears still coming through the eye black. Very, very disappointed young man. And now I will show you this young man today as he's getting ready to play for a state championship of his own. And he let Jerry know this week that he saved that baseball, and he's taking that baseball, and before their state tournament game, their first state tournament game, he is going to use that baseball to play catch with his coach, who also happens to be his father. Wow. And when I read that story, I thought, that's what it's all about. Most of these kids don't have a chance to turn pro. Most of them don't have a chance for a college scholarship. But it's moments like this in sports, and Bull, you're experiencing it right now, as you're molding the lives of 14 little young men. And it's these little moments that you can pull out of athletics. And so in this young man's biggest moment of despair has come something very positive from it. That's cool. So when they play their state championship game today, their state tournament game today, he'll use that baseball.
That is very cool.
Well, good luck to them.
When I'm
That's
pulling
cool
for
story.
it. I'm pulling for Russia, and I'll try to remind everybody tomorrow what happened. I'll try to find scores and give updates. But I just love that story. I wanted to share it. And
that was great.
Great story.
There are people involved in high school athletics that really are in it for the people.
Yeah.
And
that
Jerry always cared about the people in the game.
Great
That's
story.
very cool.
Well done, Jay.
Nice
All right,
job.
absolutely.
By
Good
the way,
luck to Russia.
unfortunately,
Good luck to
it's
Russia.
now trending on Twitter. Jay Crawford says good luck to Russia.
I'm pulling for Russia. Jay Crawford.
It's already clipped. It's already clipped.
Let's go,
Send me that
Russia.
clip. I'd like to get that to Jerry, because I've met Jerry. Jerry's a wonderful man, and he led the OHSAA for years. And I would love to send him that, and just to let him know that we shout him out, and for his efforts for
well done,
for trying to make a terrible moment for a young kid a memorable moment. And now I hope that they'll go on to win the state championship, and we'll have the young man on, and we'll let him tell his story.
Yeah.
So. All right, that's it. Out of time. Want to tease tomorrow's show?
We got Chris Rose and potentially a special guest who we're just waiting for confirmation. Don't want to say his name until we get that.
Is it
actually
A-list,
confirmed.
B-list? Like,
Oh, it's an A-list. It'd be our biggest guest in a while. Former Buckeye football player. Just waiting.
We were supposed to have him on once before, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we were supposed to have Chris Rose on once before, but I
Chris
think
is
he was
coming on
running
one
his
way or another
internet
tomorrow. Yeah, we fixed his issue, so he's good.
Well, whose fault was that? Was that Chris's dial-up that was bad, or
We're
was
gonna
it?
plead the fifth, but it wasn't ours.
It was not ours. Okay. All right.
We love Chris. Great
See
dude.
everybody.
Wait, maybe he was using Polk's BlackBerry.
Might have been on my BlackBerry.
To try to
Might have
dial
been.
in. All right, well, I'm looking forward to Chris. Chris is going to be a great guest, and he's a huge Cleveland sports guy, and he's from here and everything else. All right, we're out of time. We're back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. I do know that there are people watching us in other time zones. That's why I said Eastern. So until then, peace.
See ya. Bye, buddy.